Buy a cheap sofa and then sit in it for hours at a time. What's the point? But yeah, I consider the chair. That's why I spent money on that chair, because I sit in it a lot. And good shoes, yeah. Exactly. Like, what you choose to spend your money on is more important than how much you spend, really. Because it's all about, like, value for money, isn't it? Right, we're looking for 3,000. We've got a nice bit of wind in our face and a lot of rain. You have to wear shoes for rudder pedals. I don't. I wear, like, moccasin slippers. Anything that separates you from the ground. Do you know what I've said to, I said to my friend once, he was buying some tyres, and I was like, I never cheap out on tyres. I said, they're literally the only thing that's keeping your car on the road when you turn a corner. Why would you cheap out on tyres? Alright, 201's what we're looking for. Trucker Chris, thank you for 30 months. Am I bored of this sim? Dude, if you're bored of this sim, you're bored of life. Glide slope indicator's like way down there. That's a bit weird. Now, the initial fix should come in an Oxes, which is here. So we should have picked that up now. So that ain't right. So in that case, we'll have to go V-speed. Well, it's an RNAV, so we don't really have a localizer frequency as such. 3.5 degree glide angle, it says. Oh, altitude in, idiot. $980-foot decision. This is a bit of a soup. Good call on the landing lights. Now, we're supposed to be... at Matar by 2,500. One day you remember the lights. What you need is a landing checklist. I'm telling it to V-speed at minus 500 and it's doing minus 150. Like, what is it doing? I'm literally telling it minus 500.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
This is so odd. And now until it's 700, it's doing 350. It's like it's doing half of whatever I ask. No, the group flight's not started yet. Thankfully. This is what it was like in Chile last week. Not Chile. Where was he? Panama. That. Oh, Mexico. That's where it was. At least the avionics didn't completely go stupid on me with the flight plan, because I put it in manually. I'm sure that makes a difference.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
Well, we've got some approach lights coming up. Home serve, thank you very much for 66 months. Mr. Gravity, thank you for 46. Nutty Jim with 30. Thank you, guys. Whoa, what the heck is that? Wind shear? Look at that break in the clouds. Wow. I don't know where this AP's taking me. But it's certainly not taking me to the runway. Or visual. 600 feet above minimums. Where on earth is that taking us? I'm finally on I'm only on my second proper flight. I've done 3 flights actually, if you include this one. This will be the second paying one. Still trying to get used to the interface.
Weed 220 at 2 knots.
Look at that rain.
Hundred.
500.
50. 40.
Mile final runway 20.
Oh boy, the rain's coming in. You wish you could run this game. Yeah, it does take a lot. Processing power. As if.
30, 20, retard, retard, retard.
That was almost perfectly timed.
Landing time logged.
Captain, thank you, mate.
Landed at Kilo Lima
Get off here.
Uniform Golf, Ellington.
Super fast taxi. We made it. That was a pretty fun approach. Through the soup. Just clear up the flaps. That was good timing, Captain Flynn. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, if you look at the magenta line, though, look on the MFD, that magenta line goes right down the runway. So why is it if we're following the magenta line, I'm like 200 meters to the right of the runway when we're coming in? So I have to go manual and then go back over to the left? I don't quite get that. It running your dad's computer was 7 to 10 FPS. Bob Ross frames. Yeah, I use the stream deck for parking brake and flaps and stuff. It's pretty good. Yeah, you really should move. That's a good idea. No, don't walk into the prop.
Engine off time logged. End of flight, registered in on-air company.
Oh, yeah. There's no off on this, is there? Nope. Oh, yeah, it's a fuel cutoff. We're done. Let's have a look at what on earth thought about that. Your flight was monitored by On-Air. Reputate. Hey, look at this. Look. 0.15, and we didn't lose any rep. Comfort bonuses, safety bonuses, all rules respected. Oh, yeah. That's what we're talking about. Show flight record. Ooh, that's good. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. Gives you a complete track. Look at that. And then this is where, down here, like you can see, like the autopilot was taking us to the left of the airfield, and I had to manually steer over and do that. Hover over the blobs. Throttle 30%, fuel on board 21 gallons, simulation rate 1. Position report. So basically it keeps a bunch of data points from your journey, and if you're in a straight line it keeps fewer data points. So I guess it detects like changes in altitude or direction and then creates another data point. That's pretty good. Company balance sheet. Oh, we've not been paid anything yet, have we? Because we have to do all of them to get paid, I think. Delivered. Delivered. So the next one would go from Clug to KMRC, which is a much shorter flight. That's like literally down the road. 19 nautical. Take off and land. Does On-Air allow sim rate changes? I don't know. If Austin's still here, he could answer. I do not know. Anyway, it's group flight time. So I need to close that now. And I shall restart the sim. It does, but it still takes you IRL time to finish an On-Air. Wait, so if you accelerate time, it lets you finish the job, but it doesn't actually finish it until the real time's expired? That's hilarious. Right, this is the flight plan. So we're going to start in KOMK. That's quite funny, so you can't really accelerate cheat it, can you? If you fly Thunder for an hour-long flight, do 2 times on Thunder, arrive 30 minutes early, you will have to wait 30 minutes for the part to finish. So that means your staff and your plane is tied up for the real amount of time, even if you accelerate it in the sim. The VFR flight plan sim brief doesn't like OS 7, but changes to JS 10 works. What's the rules of the group flight? The rules of the group flight are quite simple. If you bring it, you land it. And you must have fun. You must have fun. If you don't, well, you're not having fun. Well, people always do, Toxic. People always bring 747s and Dreamliners. You know, at the moment, it does cause some issues for people with the frame rate, so it's kind of better if you don't. Until the patch comes out for the glass cockpit thing later this week. But if you do bring it, you land it. And I mean land it. I don't mean like punch it into the floor and smash into the trees at the back. I mean land it. Yeah, it's quite a big patch coming, larger life. Should be this week. Supposed to be with us by the 20th. Oh, you need to be on live weather as well. You're not having the real experience if you're not on live weather. Live weather, lifetime. So you need to click up here and you need to make sure you're on North Europe server. That's one thing you need to do. Now, what plane shall I fly today? Didn't think about this, didn't I? Yeah, I don't want to bring anything quick because that, you know, that creates a problem for everybody else, right? If I'm faster than they are, they can't keep up. So there's no point bringing anything quick. I'm just trying to work out. I might bring the diamond, actually. Diamond's quite good. We've done the cub, you know. We've done the cub. It is actually diesel, yeah, Valia. Right, live. Live is what you want. You want all players. Air traffic off. All players is a must. And then we want the starting. OMAC. Start on the runway, see how it goes. What's the weather like? we normally have interesting weather when we do this. Which radius circle around which map, sorry? I did spawn at the right airfield, didn't I? OMK. OMK. OMAC. I should be seeing other planes right now. Mechanical fluff. If you don't, if you didn't know, like me, you don't need to main menu every time. You can just shut down and put a new flight plan in the computer and keep on trucking after accepting a new job or not. Yes, I know, but the avionics often goes a bit derpy. So that's why I often go back to main menu and restart the sim. North Europe server. Status online. No one is seeing each other. That's interesting. You're seeing tons of planes. Why am I seeing nobody? Let's go down the bottom end.
Pitching runway 17.
Maybe they're down at 3.5.
Runway 17. 1,311
I think I see
meters
some
remaining.
movement down there, but I don't know if it's just ground crew or not. You see me, okay. If you see me, that's a good start. I don't see anyone. I see a plane on the left. I don't know if that's a player. I'm not seeing anyone for some reason. Happens all the time. Restart the flight. Are you serious? Alright, let's try changing server. So I'll go West Europe, and then I'm going to come back. Don't see anything except a bus. Let's go offline. I'm not seeing a single plane right now, so I'm going to have to restart. Can't think it's any options I've done. Alright, I'm going to try restarting, which is a bit weird because I've already restarted once. Yeah, if you don't see anybody and you're on the North server, I suggest that you restart like I'm doing. Muffled Brute, I'm doing well, thank you. Yeah, yeah, ouchie. That's true, mate. If the restart wouldn't be quite as bad if it didn't take so long. Runway 35. This is the most you've seen in one spot rip your frames. It should only draw about 20 to 25 planes. It's either way, just click on the link. Why is it kept? No. Live, all players. That's a lot of bright pink Cessnas. Why am I not surprised? So a lot of this trip will be about more or less following valleys, essentially. Zooted, thank you for subbing. Welcome. This doesn't look too good, does it? Curious and curiouser. Now, when we had this in the preview build, what we'd often do is click sign out on the main menu, then sign back in again. Try Western server. It must be something with the servers. You're on top of me right now. So you're seeing me, but I don't see you. Oh. Somebody just appeared, and this is on the West server. So my multiplayer is working, but that's on the Western server. I wonder if everybody switches to the West server. Maybe everybody will see everybody else then. If you want to go ahead and try that. If you go press escape and then choose West Europe and see if you see everybody else. Because if that works, we'll just go with that. Rip that guy. Well done. I can fly a plane, Mum. Oh, wait. Hang on a minute. No, I can't. Right, I'm just going to go for a bio break while you jump on the West Europe server and see if that fixes things. Right, how are we doing? Has everybody managed to switch onto the West Europe server and you can all see each other now? Cool, cool. Looks like North Europe's broken then. Alright, so we just need to watch out, mods. Just need to watch out because obviously the route information command says North Europe server. We need to change that to West Europe. Yeah, if you don't see me specifically, it's just not drawing me. It won't always draw me. Thank you very much, Kamikaze. Zooted, thank you very much for subbing. Whoa, the frames then. Jeez. It's only got like 10 FPS. Let's see, let's get the heading bug lined up. Don't forget to press B and get your barrow. I'm just going to VFR most of this. Alright, flaps. Gotta get used to this plane now. Where's the lights on this thing? Instrument lights.
Aye, aye, aye.
Flood, that'll do. Okay. Mr. Bonner, thank you for the bits. I'll get that 5k badge eventually. There's probably at least 10 4747s. I think there must be, judging by frames I'm getting. Right, so just to reiterate before we set off, the first leg is going to take us northbound to this airfield, 0S7. So what we'll do is we'll take off, and you pretty much want to follow the valley. It's got like a train track or something going through it. So you just kind of want to follow that in. And then we'll land here. So the first leg is 30 nautical miles on a bearing of 353, but just follow the valley or the train line just until we find the airfield. Then we'll land there. Right. Thank you, Tam. We're good to go. Parking brake off. Landing lights and stuff roll on. Let's do it. Speed. Straight off the ground. I think I'm on like 50% fuel. Interested to see what the terrain's like around here. There's the valley. We're kind of in the American-Canadian border, effectively. Oh, pink Cessna. Somebody's got the pink Cessna. I've jumped in the Diamond. Got a nice little plane. At least we got the weather this time. Cool, looks like most people have caught up. Flaps are up, dude. Put up ages ago, I did do anyway. What? I swore I pressed that button ages ago, like 300 feet after takeoff I pressed flaps up. What on earth? Honestly, I 100% pressed it. You know what, that below us there looks like a landable strip of land. Imagine being that farmer, like 50 planes fly over his head. You've seen 2 crashes so far. Nice. There's some cool scenery around here. We're on the West Europe server. If you want to join the next leg, 0S7 is the airfield we're going to. Terrain, that guy. Back from the shop, had to get milk, left the plane in the hangar. What, you flew to the supermarket? I just saw a crack in the scenery, like opened up there, and then it closed again. Wait, is this our destination already? Can't be. Nah, this is not it. It's not this one. Don't land here. Wow, somebody lives there. Look at that. What an absolute crazy place to live. Just going to back off on my throttle a little bit so people are not struggling behind me. It's a nice area. It's pretty nice. There's so many fields that you could land on. Look at that. I wonder if you could go fishing in that river. Grab my cup of tea before it goes cold again. Probably fly fishing. Love the mug. Well, the best thing about this mug is it's not actually chroma keyed out on this camera, so you can actually see the green of it. So there's actually an airfield on our left somewhere. I think somebody went and landed there, to be honest. That was a nice brew. That's fly fishing is something I have never done. I think if I ever wanted to do it, I'd have to read J.R.R. Hartley's book. Apparently, it is the definitive guide to fly fishing. How many of you use the A5 to go fishing in? I don't think anybody's in the A5. Stimpy, we're just going to stay in the valleys. Like most of the legs, if you look at them, most of the legs can actually be flown through valleys. So like with this next leg, we'll basically follow the water and then go across. Find the water here. And keep going through, find that water. And just try and fly the valleys. Like this one here, we're not going to fly across. We're going to fly around the water there. But you know, you can go as low as you want. Cessna 172, PB key. At the moment. I'd kind of like something else, but it depends what comes up, really. Flying a citation at 110 knots is pretty hard. Try picking a slower plane then. It is supposed to be a GA VFR flight. I wonder if this is like bear country. If you get bears and stuff here. This wing reminds me of like the SR-22 wing. It's quite long and short, not very wide. It's 100% bear country. Wow. John25, welcome back. Thank you, Pluggy for gifting us up to Bodder. This valley's amazing. Look at this. These people who live in this valley. Incredible scenery. Passenger capacity on a 172, 4 people. Well, if you take 4 people, you can't go full fuel. Generally speaking, you can go full fuel with 3 passengers or 3/4 fuel with 4 passengers. Generally. But if you're carrying that much, you need to go into the weight and balance calculator and just make sure. Let the plane do the work for a bit. It's a little bit wobbly, isn't it? There's quite a few diamonds and quite a few Cessna 172. And then just like the occasional biplane. Yes, it is the honeycomb mule. So the airfield that we're landing at should be up here somewhere. just before the water, so it's probably around there, maybe. Possibly here. See if we can find it. You get the throttle control they have coming out this month. Yeah, but I'm on the 4-week order, so I won't get it straight away. Wait, low fuel. Oh, it's just got fuel tank switch. Where's the fuel tank switch on this thing? Runway's in sight. Onto the Garmin. Alright, I'll figure it out in a sec. That's a cool approach. Look at that. The massive lake right next to it. That's amazing. That was a fun little approach. Under the right Garmin. Alright, let's turn around. Go back. Advisory. So what's it doing? Is it switched to the other tank, or is it pumping fuel over?
33.
It's pumping it over. Right. So it only draws fuel out of the left tank, is it? Crazy.
Approaching runway 3. Entered runway 33. 1,036 meters remaining.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
Cool, first leg completed. Let's wait for everybody to line up. I should probably stick more fuel in here, to be honest. Okay, let's have a look at the next leg. Diogo, thank you, 37. Alright, so the next leg takes us over the water, past an airfield, and it turns right, goes past another airfield, and then we fly almost north until we catch the big body of water and land straight on the airfield at the other side of it. And people are disappearing for some reason. Right, let's do it. A little bit feisty, this plane. Yeah, we didn't see that slew mode. Cool, we're up. Whereabouts is the border checkpoint? Is that yellow line there? Is that the border? Right, flaps are up again. So we're about to enter Canada. Papers, please. That's high enough, I think. About 1,500 should do it. Wait, what's that though? Is that a plane? That's really weird. That's the Osseuse Lake. We're literally in Canada now. Man, what a place to live. Look at this. There's actually an airfield there. I can imagine if we've all piled into that, there'd be a very big mess. Yeah, that's a bit small. I tend to look at the airfields that we're going to land in and make a judgment on the length. Got perfect weather for it. A lot of vineyards around here produce a lot of wine. I wouldn't have thought the weather was like hot enough here. It's quite far north. The only desert in Canada. It is very pretty around here. Wait, what's this? This looks very man-made. Microsoft, please. The heck is that? Dyslexic Hacker, thank you for 20 months. If you ever get a chance to come here IRL, it's worth it, dude. I can see it's worth it. It's amazing. Is that like a canal system or something? Oh, it's not a canal. I'm trying to work out what its purpose is. It's obviously a man-made thing. Is it like a river overflow, or is it bringing water into the river? I don't know. Could be irrigation. I don't know. Genuinely interested. You could fly like super low level along there. Yeah, I think, Tyler, if you fly near the plains, you'll get a lot of turbulence. Sorry, near the hills, you get a lot of turbulence around here. So that river, or whatever it is, canal, flows right round this valley. Games and more. Thank you very much for subbing. Welcome. I think I might have to climb a little bit. I think the elevation's increasing. Another airfield here. Yeah, it definitely looks man-made. I reckon they might have had like flooding areas here, so they've channeled, like they've built a canal which just collects the water and takes it down to the lake. That's what I'm thinking. So we could have done a stop and go here, but I thought if we keep stopping we'll never get anywhere, so I'll skip that one out. JPEG car park. It does seem to rock a lot, this plane. You want to go on vacation here, dude? It looks amazing. Just look really nice. If I went on vacation here, I'd hire a plane. Absolutely. Just hire a plane and fly around. Right, we need to work our way through that valley. Gaming Turtle, happy anniversaries, mate. Thank you for 2 years. Cardiff's JPEG Stadium. It wasn't just Cardiff, though. It was Murrayfield, up near Edinburgh. That was a JPEG Stadium as well. I mean, stadiums are custom objects. You can kind of forgive them on that one, but a car park? Come on. So we must be... where was that lake? We're here at the moment. So they've got this bit of water, and then there should be a big long lake further down, which you can see here. The airfield's right at the end of that. Well, somebody will put a pack together, Langerville. That's what always happens. Somebody in the community will, like, X-Plane's infamous for that. They have packs of all kinds of things. Broken scenery hype. That's a pretty bad break, actually. There's literally an elevation gap in the scenery. So I think it's that. I think we're currently about here, just before this NDB. Then we go across the water, straight in. I think. Jeremias, welcome back. Yeah, there it is. You can actually see the approach lights from here. Just so much detail around here. I think it's the houses as well are really spread out, aren't they? Like they're all detached houses. They all get their own big plot. You get these little clusters like that. Right, 3-4 is the runway heading. No, we're on E west at the moment because north was broken. Half the people couldn't see each other on the north server. Is it me or is this guy not moving? Or flying very, very slowly. It just looks like it's hovering. Okay, landing number 2 coming up. CYYF, which is Penticton. What a name. Oh, another landing spot by the lakes. Did basic military training in Chilliwack, not far from here. I have not got a Scooby-Doo. Only a few hours by car. What is Chilliwack?
Aisle final runway 34.
It's a summer life you wouldn't mind having back. Oh. That was a lovely little approach over the water. Using track IR. Yep. It's quite a big airfield, this. Someone saw the shortcut. Yeah, CYYF is where we are. So we're just about to depart 3-4 again. Well, someone's in the caravan.
Approaching runway 34. Runway 34, 1,646 meters remaining.
How do you flip a plane over? Press the Y key and then press the Y key again. That should fix it. Alright, let's have a quick look at the next leg. So we take off out of Penticton. And we won't be following the magenta line. We're going to follow the lake, the valley. We'll follow the valley around here, around that west bank. NDB. And that should bring us straight over whatever that... I don't know what that yellow patch is, but it'll bring us... The Rutland NDB is right at the edge, if you follow that. But yeah, we'll just take off and follow the lake. Alright, let's do it. I'm gonna fly over your house. In your dreams you live here. The yellow patch is the city of Kelowna. Ah. We have got the absolute perfect weather for this. Look at that. High level cloud. Absolutely brilliant. It's not that expensive to live around here. There's basically no jobs unless you're a farmer. Yeah, that is the problem. Oh man, the autopilot rock is annoying. You get the Baron G58. It's just... Oh my god. So many planes. Yeah, let's put the gear up. If we get a hammer, I reckon we could get the gear up. What do you think? Someone's gone the wrong way. I think most people are following the lake. It's fine. It does look like a bombing run, like the dam busters. If they ever put a Lancaster bomber in Microsoft Flight Sim, if they ever put a Lancaster bomber, some Hurricanes, and some Spitfires, we absolutely have to go and recreate some like a wartime flyover with a dam buster raid. I'm sure somebody will put the military stuff in. They're bound to. Somebody's bound to port it over. I just love to see like a massive fleet of us though. The problem is that you can't control who it draws. So you'd have like planes pop in and out. You have a Lancaster and FSX. Who made it? Because I reckon they'll port it over. Airplane Heaven, Regan Spitfire, Mark 180, Microsoft Flight Simulator. How detailed is that? Is it possible to trim the plane so it doesn't turn a little bit to the right, up and down? You can use trim, depends what plane you're flying. Yeah, the Spitfire and DCS is pretty good. I mean, a bunch of us in Spitfires were pretty cool, wouldn't they? Just flying around. Mr. Plagueus, thank you for 20 months, sorry. The Lancaster is from first class simulations, not as good as the previous version on FS9. How did they manage to make something worse? Don't ever try to calculate how much you've spent on a flight sim. It's not a good idea. For a kickoff, if you ever work out that number, not only will you scare yourself, but if your wife sees it, you're in real trouble. Just pretend it doesn't cost much. What ratings are you going to get and how far we go? Your pilot's license and ratings, we get CPL, we got... I've got no interest in getting a CPL, like absolutely no interest. It's not something I ever... you know, see myself doing, flying commercially. However, my instrument rating is something that I'd like to get. And I will get at some point. But I'll know when I want to, I know when I'm ready, I know when I want to do it. Because I need to find a block of time. I want to just go and focus on it and go and get it done. And I'm still considering whether to do that in the UK or go to the US and do it.